At a time when the United States is witnessing one of its most aggressive immigration crackdowns in modern history, with more than 2.5 million deportations carried out across the country last year and refugee doors slammed shut to those fleeing war, famine, or political persecution, U.S. President Donald Trump is making an exception, not for refugees from Gaza, not for families escaping wars and conflicts in countries like Sudan, but specifically for white South Africans, reportedly. New documents from the U.S. Department of State reportedly reveal plans to process as many as 4,500 refugee applications per month from white South Africans alone. The Trump administration has even started installing trailers on U.S. Embassy grounds in Pretoria to help facilitate admissions. The 4,500 monthly target raises many questions because Trump has publicly set the total global refugee ceiling for 2026 at just 7,500, meaning the single group could, in theory, consume nearly the entire annual gap in a matter of months. So why this exception is the immediate question, and what does this policy actually signal about America's immigration priorities in 2026? Let's just break this down for you. Most white South Africans reportedly are members of the Afrikaner community, descendants of mainly Dutch, French, German settlers, or English-speaking white South Africans who descend from British settlers. Both communities once ruled South Africa under apartheid. When Trump returned to office, he immediately halted refugee admissions as part of his broader immigration crackdown. Weeks later, he created a special pathway for white South Africans, claiming they face systemic violence in the majority black nation. South Africa's government flatly rejecting that accusation, saying there is no evidence of organized persecution against white South Africans, and calls the genocide narrative as fundamentally unsubstantiated. According to a Reuters report, around 2,000 South Africans had entered the United States under the program by the end of January. But admissions accelerated sharply in recent months, with roughly 1,500 arrivals in December and January alone, compared to just 500 in the previous 6.5 months. Huge jump there. Even so, bureaucratic hurdles remain because of the sweeping refugee ban issued in early 2025. Each South African requires approval on a case-by-case basis from the U.S. Department of State and the Homeland Security